And Anthony Jackson here to provide you a North Texas market update. In this video, we'll be doing it a little bit differently and focusing on the inventory challenge that we're all facing here in North Texas. And one of the key metrics that we utilize in paying attention to inventory is the months of inventory supply. And generally speaking, a months of inventory supply of 0 to 3 months is a seller's market, 3 to 6 a neutral market, and more than 6 months a buyer's market. And so with the months of inventory, we saw a increase in inventory levels from March to April when shelter-in-place orders were put into effect, but then inventory levels began to decrease each month thereafter. And so if we look back over the last 15 months, what you can see here is from March to April, the inventory levels lifted up, which is not normal for that period of time, but then quickly thereafter began to decline. And that sharp decline can also be seen as we look back over the last 15 years, not just the last 15 months. And so if we look at months of inventory supply levels over the last 15 years, what we see here is a sharp decline for the period of May 2020 through July 2020 over here on the right-hand side. And so this chart goes back all the way to May 2005. And you'll see these normal seasonal adjustments in months of inventory. You see the peaks and the valleys. But what we can see here is that the months of inventory is at its lowest mark today than it has been in the last 15 years. So the demand is there, right? Demand is taking off the listing inventory faster than it can supply. And so if we look at how we're doing as an organization, compared to the market, we'll look at that by way of looking at the number of listings taken. And we'll be looking at the amount of listings taken this year compared to last year. And so what we'll see here is the red bar charts being the Ebby Halliday companies and the gray bar charts being Netris. And so this is the variance in listings taken compared to the prior year. So what you'll see here is growth in the number of listings taken for the first couple of months, and then we saw that sharp decline in March, April, and then started to recover in May. And over the last several months have been far outpacing the number of listings taken compared to last year, compared to the market. And all in all, through the middle of August, the Ebby Halliday company's listings taken over the same period last year is actually up 3%, whereas the rest of the market is down 8%. So we're doing a great job of addressing those inventory challenges by bringing on new listings. And so why is North Texas turning to the Ebby Halliday Realtors, Dave Perry Miller Real Estate, and Williams True? So I might be a little bit biased in some of my answers, but I think first and foremost that we have the most equipped, highly trained and professional agents and employees in the marketplace. Our collaboration with core services. So if you look at all the National Association of Realtors surveys, they want that one-stop experience, and we're able to afford that with our partners at Prosperity Home Mortgage, Texas Premier Title, and Home Team Insurance. 75 years of service, right? That 75 years of service means something. It means stability for a lot of people in our community. The other aspect that adds to that stability is Berkshire Hathaway, right? The community knows that our doors will be open tomorrow as they were yesterday. And then finally, that full service, full value. Right, they're going to drive to people that are able to provide them that full value and pay for it. And it kind of reminds me of a little quote that is very well known by Warren Buffett, in that price is what you pay, value is what you get, right? So consumers, especially in times like these, are willing to pay that extra to obtain that full value that we're able to offer. And it's lived out in our mission of putting people first, building lasting relationships, and elevating real estate. Hope you all have a fantastic day, and I'll talk to you all later. Bye.